Today's vlog day 947. Dude's about to start pressure washing. It's about time. Oof, running out of sunlight. Good morning. Picked the wrong time to start this. There's a leaf blower over there. Leaf blowers, I just know how to find them. Anyways, I am on my way to get myself a little bit of coffee because I am all out of those beans that Pat sent me. And I'm staying home this morning to try and get as much work done as possible because this is the week of the Blitz. I'm going to try and get everything finished for the game that I need to get finished for the game. I don't know why that guy's honking. Maybe that little dog. It's unfortunate for the little dog. Anywho, noisy morning this morning. Let's make it all better with a little bit of coffee and maybe a croissant. I haven't had a croissant in weeks. Sounds good. Fast forward to lunch. Got a lot done. Just been sitting around working all morning, but like very productive. I think it's really good. The combination of getting some good sleep and going to bed at a good hour definitely set me up for success. All these people parking in the bike lane are driving me crazy. But thankfully people, while actively driving, are generally really polite here in France, so that's helpful.
Donc ça c'est pareil. Ça fait 4 cm.
All right, Felix just left. Felix is the handyman. Who's a handyman indeed. The main reason I wanted to ask him about this whole situation was because the evacuation of the water is what's concerning me the most. Basically, there's an evacuation pipe for the water in here that has a big hole in it where the bidet used to drain. And now there's a cap on it, which we took off and checked out, but I wasn't sure like what the best way to go about doing it was. I wanted to make sure to get an outside opinion from somebody who would know, and I'm really glad I did because there are a couple little things that I didn't think about, including wanting to make sure that you end up with like a little reservoir, you know, like the S-shaped pipe going into it that would be stabilized, and just some thoughts I didn't have. But what was also good about it was like you can just dump this into the shower for now. So like the other thing that I'll be able to do is once I get the adapters for the faucet so I can actually get water into this thing, then I can have it dump the water into the shower and then we're fine. I'll talk to my landlady about getting the whole thing properly put in so that we don't have to worry about, you know, the ins and outs, and also get some electricity run over here so I'm not running an extension cord around when I need to run the washing machine. It's all a little bit, you know, hodgepodgey at the moment, but it'll work. It's gonna work. I need to go buy my little adapters and a calcium filter to make sure, because the water in Paris is just calcium ridden awfulness. When I think about it, I should probably buy like a water filter for myself too, especially for drinking and making coffee would be a really good idea. But we have the whole thing more or less figured out. We know what we're gonna do. And now we just got to kind of talk to my landlady, and also I just need to, you know, go on the hunt and find those pieces. I spent the entire day, it is like almost sunset. I've spent the entire day sitting down working on the game, feeling very close. Once I have a few more key components together, I'm going to both start meeting with waypoints, people that I expect to be a part of the game, to be a part of the experience for you when you come to Paris. The whole game thing is, you know, Parisian focused. It's all about being here. So you'll have to get here to play the game. That's half the fun. But then also stuff that I can share with you. I'm going to make a video in the very near future explaining the game as it currently stands. You know, it'll evolve over time, I'm sure. That the whole idea as it is right now, as well as some of the resources that I can get you before you get here to get you ready to roll. And hopefully we all just have a grand old time playing the game, which has like possible names and everything associated. We're going to get this figured out as we go. In the meantime, I also have to get ready to stream tonight, which is exciting because I've really been enjoying streaming. I just don't have a lot of energy left because I've really put a lot into this thing today, between the writing, the wheel, and the sitting and the thinking, the plotting, the mind games that go into it, planning. And there's just so much more to do. I wish there was more time in the day. I wish I had all the energy, time, and resources in the world, but unfortunately I don't. So, you know, eventually they drag it out of you. Here's some natural lighting for you as the sun sets. Just see the last of its rays on the buildings across the courtyard. Beautiful week here in Paris. I'm really hoping that it continues. But I've been taking better care of myself. I've been making sure to get some sleep. The most important part really in the getting sleep is like regularity of schedule. It helps a lot if I get to bed like by midnight and up, you know, around 8:30. And I've been going to bed more like 12:30 or 1 and getting up more like 8:30 or 9. But I've been pretty consistent in getting up early. I went for a run yesterday, which is really helpful. I don't know how you're doing. How are you doing on your runs? I fell behind for 2 weeks. I definitely fell behind. This week I'm going to get back on top of it. Hopefully I'll have a washing machine so I can wash my own gym clothes after I've gone running. Gym clothes. Do you call them gym clothes if there's no gym involved? My own running clothes? And hopefully this week is the week of really getting back on top of both running, sleeping well, and being really, really productive. It's why I decided not to leave today, because it cuts down on the commute time and the possibilities for distractions and the need to, move from time to time, because unfortunately I don't have a place I can go and sit and work all day without getting kicked out. And also the whole lunch thing and all those things. So it gets, my life is great, but mildly confusing sometimes. It's not that confusing. It's just, it has its own challenges, I suppose. The other thing that I need to do both today and tomorrow is finish with the postcards, as we have a blank stack here. One of the things that I was supposed to be getting a lot more done today than I did, I'm gonna get on top of that as soon as I'm done with this as well, in between doing this and streaming. Kate and I are gonna be working on these in the next few days, but the plan is to have all of the Patreon postcards shipped out by the end of the week. And I wanted to explain that as well. For those of you that are patrons of mine, here's a quick little clarification point, because I think that this is confused a number of people. Anybody that's at the $5 level or up, where do I have one here? Hold on. Anybody who's at the $5 level or up will get a postcard anytime I complete one of these odd numbered disposable cameras. The even numbered cameras I give to one random patron in its entirety. I will ship the whole thing off to you to do with as you please. Which is why if you look and you see the camera 4 downloads, that was the request of Elaine, who won that one, was that I develop them myself and then make them available to everybody to purchase, basically to go straight towards my travel fund. So cameras 1, 3, 5, and 4 are not mysteries. Although camera 2, we have no idea whatever happened to that. Camera 6 is gonna be another one of those that vanishes into the night potentially. But anytime there's an odd numbered camera, what I do with it is develop the film, turn that into postcards, and then ship a postcard to everybody who's at the $5 level or up on Patreon. The $10 thing was just for this special run. This is a test run of the Postcard Club, a special offer to everybody at the $10 level and up to encourage people to jump on at $10 and, just to make it fun for everybody at that level and up. That's why these ones are going to people who are at $10 and up. And the reason that the Postcard Club is at $25 is the Postcard Club is just, we're going to basically be churning our way through the greatest hits of all of the postcards one at a time each quarter, sent out to everybody at the $25 level and up, and that's why that's the Postcard Club. So to recap, $5 and up, you get the disposable camera postcards whenever they get made. It happens a couple times a year. $10 and up, you're getting this postcard as soon as we get them all sent out this week. You just get kind of a sample of the Postcard Club. Moving forward, every quarter we'll send out one more postcard to everybody in the Postcard Club, which is at the $25 level and up. And if you're at the $50 level and up, then you get a print as well, which we just unlocked, and now I got to figure out how that's going to work. But we're going to get it figured out shortly, I'm sure. Anywho, there's an update for you on how the whole postcard thing is working out. Hopefully it all makes sense now. I know it's a little bit confusing for some of you, and I need to probably clarify things out there as well. I was also asked about the loyalty stickers, like the Gustav sticker here and the Invader sticker. These are loyalty stickers for anybody that's at the $3 level and up on Patreon for 6 months and 1 year. And if you manage to stick around for that long, I'm going to be sending you one of these stickers. And by me, I mean Kate, because Kate's been sending them lately and it's made my life so much better that she has. Thank you, Kate. Anywho, that's a little bit of a rundown on that. I know that there's some discombobulation going on around all of that, and I wanted to try and clear it up. So with that, I need to edit this, write on a whole bunch of postcards, and I'm probably done working on the game for today. I gotta get a lot of other things done. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning for a day where I actually do leave my apartment, because I can't stay here more than one day in a row without going crazy. And it'll be a grand old time, whatever happens tomorrow. There are plans, there are things that are happening. It'll be great. I'll see you tomorrow.